Cynthia, tell us once again a little bit about computer vision and how you can use it to evaluate these quarterbacks.
So it's a technology that allows you to overlay over the game film and measure things like speed, distance between different objects, mainly different players in this case, or alignments pre-snap and alignments post-snap, so you can kind of get a sense of what happened and measure the actual speed on the field with the pads on, you know, running in not a straight line.
Real speed.
Like real speed, like actual speed. Actual speed.
Kind of like the GPS stuff that we've been talking about, where teams measure during practice and games. So let's talk, Cynthia, about the quarterbacks in this class, and let's use the computer vision to identify strengths and weaknesses here, starting with strengths for Kenny Pickett.
We talk about him being the most pro-ready quarterback. Well, it's kind of bared out here in the computer vision. Why? Because he actually had the highest passer rating when facing more pro-style defenses. What does this mean? Hybrid fronts, disguised man versus zone concepts, all of the things that you see at the NFL level that maybe not every quarterback sees. And by the way, if anyone's keeping track at home, that passer rating was 112.2.
There we go.
Very high.
Yeah, very efficient. He is a guy, we talk about that experience has led to an expertise. You watch him direct the offense. There's a lot of confidence. My issue with Kenny Pickett is sometimes the arm talent is not quite up to those high levels. When we think about the guys that play for a long time in the league, the guys that dominate, Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, even Joe Burrow, there's something that they have. If it's a little pop to their ball, and when I look at his ball, it doesn't have that same kind of velocity. Doesn't mean that he can't be successful, but it's a different style game that he has to play versus the others.
Next quarterback in the conversation does not lack for arm talent or pop in that regard. Talking about Malik Willis from Liberty here, Cynthia, biggest strength?
Well, when you see his change of direction speed when he has the ball in his hands, well, my goodness, he's 11th best in a 20-year sample. That's a lot of years, just so you know. Like, that's a lot of homework I did. So scrambling is his strength, and that's what really pops up here. His passer rating when scrambling, 91.3. By the way, I transferred these to a NFL passer rating, so we're all measuring things on the same scale here. And one of the other things that allows him to do, that ability to change direction with the ball in his hands, was to force missed tackles. He had 90, and PFF counts that as the most since 2014 when they started tracking that metric.
Yeah, and the missed tackles, it's not just him making people miss, it's his lower strength to be able to pull through those tackles. Yeah. We saw that at the Pro Day. But if I'm looking for an area that I want to see improvement for him, I'm going to go to the layered throws. What are layered throws? It's kind of that over-under ball that you're throwing in the middle of the field where you got to use some touch, get that ball over linebackers, get that ball under safeties. There's times where everything he throws can be really firm and flat. So just being able to layer the football, I thought we saw some of those throws at the Pro Day, but that's want to continue to see the growth and development.
Yeah, and again, we just want to see it on a more consistent basis, but showed you he's got that capability.
By the way, him wearing those short shorts at the Pro Day, greatest call of all time. If I had legs like that, I would wear those shorts everywhere.
That's like DK Metcalf showing up to the Seahawks pre-draft meeting, right, with taking his shirt off. I'm with you on that. Cynthia, let's get to another quarterback here, talking a little bit about Matt Corral. What does computer vision identify as a strength here?
Well, we all know about him being the play-action guy, right? He hit all of these yards using play-action. So when you look at him with computer vision, one thing that I noticed year over year was actually how his deep ball accuracy was improved this past season. That's a big deal. He had a 49% catchable deep throw percentage. What's catchable? When the ball arrives within 3 feet, not yards, feet of his intended receiver. So on those deep throws, it was almost 50-50. Just so you know, other guys, it's like 32%, 35%. So this is a significant increase over all of the other ones. And by the way, that's also the best in the class on a percentage basis.
Yeah, the Ole Miss standout is impressive. He's an impressive playmaker. He has quick hands, quick release. He does a lot of little things that remind you of a shortstop in Major League Baseball. That said, I worry a little bit about the discipline and the patience when it comes to playing the game. Will he avoid the big turnovers by taking the check down? He's a gunslinger, and sometimes that mentality can get him in trouble. That is my biggest concern about Matt Corral at this level.
Yeah, and let's finish this QB conversation by getting Sam Howell. Let's get a little Tar Heel love in here as we're talking. Come on, we got to here, Cynthia. How about the biggest strength that you see with Sam?
Okay, so one thing I started measuring was third down efficiency. That's your ability to either score a touchdown or to keep this chains to move the sticks.
There we go. Now we're talking.
There you go. And he is the best on third down in this class. Now it's interesting because he also is really good at forcing missed tackles. So it is his dual threat ability there that helped keep those third downs turning into first down and moving the sticks.
Yeah, one of the things I love to do with these quarterbacks every year is watch the 3rd and 6+ reel, because that eliminates all the bubble screens, the tunnel screens. Now you're playing real NFL football. I thought he was clearly the best in that area. But when I'm looking for areas I want to see improvement with him, really it's just holding the ball. Learn when to give up on a play, let it go. Get yourself another down. Don't hold the football, take bad sacks. Sometimes he holds the ball a little bit too long and ends up forcing the football. So just operating with a little more pace, a little more crisp there. But I got to be honest with you, we've got computer vision, and now I'm thinking of computer love and tunnel vision. I've got both those songs competing in my head right now.
Do you want to lay out a couple of verses for us?
I don't want that.
You can't just mention it and then leave it.
Actually, we heard Rhett singing in the makeup room today, so let me be clear. He's got a great voice, smooth.
Yeah, it's more of a
Smooth
humming
voice.
sort of situation here, no lyrics involved. But we're going to see these quarterbacks come off the board here when we get to the NFL Draft live from Las Vegas, 16 days from today, April 28th. We're going to kick things off in prime time right here on NFL Network.